Hi, this is Tony Poulos at CommunicAsia2017. Today I have with me one of the keynote speakers of the event. It's Grace Yip, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Group HR at DBS Bank here in Singapore. Grace, welcome.
Thank you.
You did a presentation on human capital analytics in action. Give me a bit of a background to what human capital analytics is.
Great, thank you. It really is about the power of analytics using the mathematical statistical analysis to apply to people-related decisions. So it's all about the way you hire, you grow talent, the way you retain talent, but really using the power of analytics to be able to make better decisions.
And what sort of experiences are you having using analytics? Is it changing the way you do HR business and decisions?
Oh, absolutely. Completely changing the way that we are doing it. I would say that it starts with leaders asking the right questions, right? If you ask and make decisions based on data, sound evidence, you will start to see a change in HR, right? Because when you demonstrate that you want to use data to make the best decisions, people start to understand and embrace that whole data decision-driven mindset. But our experience in particular around building the analytics capabilities in-house has been a rewarding one, but also a very frustrating one, right? The journey is a very tough one, right? But we've been able to get a whole lot of insights that we wouldn't have gotten with any other set of methods and so on and so forth. So we're actually quite proud of what we've been able to achieve on this journey.
And for those watching this, what are the key takeaways that you've discovered from this?
Great, yeah, I think there were a few key things that we took away from this process. The first is you always have to start with a clear vision in mind and to get that leadership buy-in, right? It's absolutely critical that you understand how the power of analytics can be used in the HR context. And that was one of the main things that we did. And we created that vision and we got the leaders, the people to buy into this vision. The second thing is really about building and investing in what I call enabling capabilities. Because it's not a short-term fad. This is a long-term journey with a long-term investment, right? So whether it's about how you structure your data and that you have the ability to collect, analyze the data that you need, or the technology suite and the tools that you have to your team, right? Investing in the right people to have the right competencies and capabilities to do the end-to-end analytics, making sure that they feel supported and that they have a career path, not just in HR, but across the organization to do more analytics, and also your collaboration partners, right? That will help you on that journey.
Where did the data come from? Is it data that you had that you weren't utilizing before? Is it new data you're collecting? The data is the critical component of this, right?
Oh, absolutely, right? You can only do good analytics if you have the right data. For us, it was a combination, right? It was a combination of the HR data that we had, but we had to organize it in a very different way, right? So we built what we called our employee analytical record that has about 600 data points for us to start with over 16 dimensions, right? And that's where the painful, frustrating part is, right? It's hard work. It's hard work putting all of that together. We of course pull in the relevant business data, and sometimes we do pull external data. Sometimes we have to create new data sets. So it is actually one of the most difficult parts of that process, but also the most critical part.
You work, the group, DBS Group, covers a number of countries.
Yes.
There must be a lot of diversity in the HR requirements across those countries.
Yes.
Does this help you manage that as well?
I think that's why I mentioned that we have to start with a clear vision, prioritization, and intention, right? So we did actually have a lot of conversations, with the different units and groups in HR and the business, and we understood all the different problems to solve. And then we said, look, which are the ones that we should spend the most time in, right, that will give us the biggest return on investment. And for us, the three areas that we're investing in is in the areas of productivity, retention, as well as recruitment.
And that's great for the company's viewpoint, but what are the benefits for their employees? Do they benefit from this new analytics?
Oh, absolutely. But that's a great question. The way we look at benefits is at the organization level, at the department level, and also at the individual level. And a lot of the analytics actually changes the way HR or the business think about their employees. No more are you a one person in this group of many other faces, right? Analytics gives you the power to be able to look at an individual and say, how might we support this individual as an individual? How might we be able to give the best, training or learning, the best opportunities, so you as an individual can stand out from the crowd. So we no longer look at just one size fit all approaches, right? And the ability to just customize it and make it targeted and specific for an individual.
Well, it's very refreshing to hear that the employees are going to benefit, because in this day and age, it's always about the customer, it's always about the corporation surviving, but I think the employees are the critical part. And
well,
well done.
Thank you.
Very happy to hear it. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.